Morning, everybody. I'm Anthony, for those of you that don't know. Welcome to today's practice. I'm so excited that you're here. Merry belated Christmas. I hope you had a great day yesterday. Relaxing. I noticed it was a little bit different, right? I wasn't with my family, so it was much quieter, and it felt a lot longer, just because it felt like there was more time. But in a way, it was kind of nice because I felt like it was forcing me to truly step back and relax rather than feeling like I'm running in all these different places and trying to, be in so many places at one time. So today's practice is all about the practice of respect, which I thought was interesting, the practice of respect. And so I was from Journey to the Heart, so that's today's meditation. And it talks about not only respecting, other people, but the importance of respecting yourself, right? And this is something that I truly have to practice. It's a daily struggle, is the self-talk that you tell yourself every day. So as you're practicing on your mat today, listen to the talk that's going through your mind. Is it a respectful thought, or is it something that tends to be a little bit more negative, like, oh, I'm not holding this pose long enough, or oh my goodness, I'm seeing other people do these deep poses and I'm not there yet. So the kind of work on the story that you're telling yourself. That's something that I'm working on. So it's this idea of respecting yourself in order to lift you up to respect other people and other things around you in nature and all that stuff. So I'll share that at the end, but I thought that was a good reminder for all of us. So having said that, I'm gonna stop talking for now. Come to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like to you. I'm sitting on a block, or you can sit on a pillow or a bolster. We'll be here a little bit longer. You can cross the legs. If this isn't comfortable to you, another practice that I've been doing is sitting on the knees, and it allows you to get a taller back. So that might be an option for you as well. Okay, I'll sit on the block though. And then just settle in. See where you're at. Softly close the eyes if that feels good to you. Start to draw the shoulders up towards the ears, let them rest on the back. As you bring the hands in towards the waist, just settling in. Coming into the breath. Trying not to control it, just allow it to flow. Start to draw the shoulders up towards the ears, let them rest on the back as you bring the hands slightly in towards the waist so that the elbows are underneath the shoulders. And then bring your ears in line with the shoulders, meaning the head back a little bit rather than forward. Start to notice the thoughts kind of coming and going. And today on your mat, as always, everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation. So please, with this practice of respect your body and know how far to push yourself, but also when to pull back. Maybe take one hand to your heart, the other to your belly, kind of grounding you. And draw in, take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the hands with the chest and the belly. Expand. Hold at the top. Stay calm. Exhale through an open mouth. Release. Repeat that 2 more times. As you inhale, fill up the hands, so puff the belly out and the heart. Inhale. Hold at the top. Relax the shoulders. Chin stays lifted. Exhale through an open mouth. Repeat that 1 more time. Inhale, big deep breath. Fill up the hands. Hold at the top. And as you release, let out a big deep breath out. Coming to a breath that's comfortable to you. And start to maybe cultivate an invitation or an intention. Something that you would like to cultivate more of. Whatever that might be. Maybe it is respecting yourself. Acceptance, joy, whatever word sits with you. And if you don't have anything, that's fine. Beautiful. Blink your eyes open. So grateful you're here. So clasp the hands, press the palms forward. If this is a lot, separate the hands, right? That's always an option. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, then plug the shoulders back, but keep rooting the ribs in so that the ribs aren't popping forward. Pressing through the thumb and pinky side evenly. And you can close the eyes here, squeezing behind the triceps. Coming into the breath always, right? Allowing the breath to guide the movement. Noticing the thoughts here. Right? If you're saying, the thoughts are saying, I want to put my arms down, deepen the breath. Focus the energy on the inhalations and exhalations. Good. Inhale, start to work the arms overhead. Now again, if this is a lot, separate the hands, press the palms up towards the sky. You could always take the arms more forward to root the shoulders back. So your pose might be here. As you're here, keep drawing the ribs in. So think belly button to spine, rather than arching the back. So tuck your pelvis under a little bit in your seat. Pressing evenly through the thumbs and pinky sides. Deepening the breath. I'm feeling this morning, everybody. I'm with you. Calming the mind. One more deep breath in here. As you exhale, take the left hand to the mat, get length in the right side body as you extend over towards that bent arm. Working that left shoulder blade up and back. Right shoulder blade up and back. Keep working the ribs in. Right? If you want to come more deeper, you can come down on the forearm, but notice if that right hip pops up, right? If that's the case, back up the stretch. If the elbow is rounding, take the forearm a little bit further away from the head. Beautiful. Yeah, there you go, Tom. Nice. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand to the mat. Get length in the left side body as you take a side stretch over towards the right side. Good, and then drawing the ribs in, work that right shoulder up and back, left shoulder up and back. Nice, Judith. That was great. Yeah, close the eyes. Good, inhale, rise up, arms to the sky. As you exhale, take a twist. So right arm behind, left arm forward. Inhale, arms to center. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Just taking a little twist and stretch. Keep flowing with your breath. Inhale, exhale, twist. Watch if you have a tree behind you, be careful. Inhale, exhale. Keep flowing. A couple more times. You go as deep as you want to go. Beautiful. Come to center. Release the arms down. And we'll come to tabletop. So you can always pad your knees if you need that, right? That's always an option to protect if you have any knee issues. And then just start rocking the hips forward and back, so shoulders over the wrist creases and then back, warming up the wrists. Going as fast as you want to go. You might even want to hold. Like I want to hold forward here a little bit. Listening to your body. Yeah, you can even make like circles with the hips or like a figure 8. That feels good. Stretching it out. Reverse your circle if your hips were going one direction. Go the other. Good, turn the fingertips to the sides of the mat and then just take the torso right and left. Keeping those palms down. And then if you want to go a little bit further, start to take the fingertips behind, like pointing towards the knees. Keeping the palms down, go as far as you could go, right? So be gentle with yourself. And then maybe start to take the hips back towards the heels, if that feels good. You can always take the knees, let's try this. Take your knees a little bit closer towards your fingertips. And then maybe take the hips back a little further. See if that intensifies the stretch a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Good, inhale, take the chest forward, bring the fingertips forward, and then walk the knees back a little further. So now we're in our kind of normal tabletop. So think wrist creases are slightly forward of the shoulder, so it's a little bit longer tabletop. Tuck the toes behind you, hug everything into the midline. Okay, so what that means is palms to the center of the mat to fire up the shoulders and the biceps, work the shoulders onto the back. Keep that as you draw the ribs in, and then press into the hands, extend the right leg back. Flex the right foot, tap your right hip down. Extend through the crown of the head. So right toes are pointing towards the ground, squeezing that right glute. If this is a lot, you can always take the toes to the floor. If you want to go a little deeper, maybe come to the fingertips of that left hand, root into the right hand, and extend that left arm forward. Hugging into the midline, keep drawing the ribs in. You can keep this a static hold, or on your next inhalation, draw elbow to knee. Really round the back, and then exhale, extend. Keep flowing. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. Right? You don't have to do this. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. Just getting a little movement. Keep going. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. Hold. Draw the ribs in. Beautiful. Take that left hand to the mat. Take your right leg out to the side. kind of like in this like gate pose. Come to your fingertips and then maybe start to work the hips back. Arm bones stay lifted. Really keeping some weight in that right foot, lifting from the right inner thigh. Yeah, nice. Maybe taking the hips back a little further. That might be a little pressure on that left knee, so just be careful. Inhale, draw forward. We'll switch sides. So again, re-engage in your tabletop position. Arm bones stay rooted, so eye of the elbows are spinning forward. Okay, so what that means is I'm pressing through my left hand so that my elbow crease here spins forward to create space in the shoulder. Hugging into the midline, draw the ribs in, extend through that left foot. Tack that left hip down. Flex the left foot like you're pressing into a wall. Draw the belly in. Extend through the crown of the head. Gaze kind of towards the front of your mat rather than thinking like lifting the neck, right? So keep the neck in anatomical neutral with the spine. Maybe come to the fingertips of the right hand. Extend that right arm forward. Hug into the midline. Draw that belly in. Come into the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can stay here or maybe add some movement. So inhale, draw elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Inhale, tap. Exhale, extend. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Tap. Exhale. Extend. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Take the right hand to the mat. Extend that left leg out to the side. Coming into that gate pose. Lifting from the inner thigh. You can stay here, maybe come to ridge tops, start to work the hips back. Keep those shoulders up and back. Keep lifting from that inner thigh. One more breath here, inhale. Good, exhale, come to tabletop. Take feet together, knees apart, take the hips back, child's pose. Not too long though. Now inhale, shift forward, plant the hands, we'll come into modified plank. Squeeze the backside, shoulders up and back, tone the belly. From here, keeping the shoulders back, keeping the head in line with the neck, lower down, bend your elbows. Go as low as you can go to keep those shoulders up and back. Squeeze the backside, press back up. Keep going. Keeping the shoulders back, right? Press back up. Squeeze everything into the midline. 3 more times, lower down. Notice if you're leading with the head, if the head is the first thing that's going. Good, I think I have one more. Lower down to your belly. Beautiful, oh my goodness. All right, click the tops of the toes nice and flat. And then take the thumbs to the base of the chest. Squeeze the backside so the knees lift. Take your forehead down to the mat. Draw the belly in, squeeze the backside. Inhale, and just lift the hands. Squeezing between the shoulder blades. Head stays down. Draw the belly in. Tone the legs. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lower the hands, thumbs to the base of the chest. Inhale, forward, up and back. Baby cobra, not too high. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, forward, up and back. Shoulders stay back. Squeeze the backside. Exhale, lower. Keep the elbows kind of hugging in towards the chest. Inhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Let's find downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. All right, so now we're gonna do some yoga. So hug into the midline. Inhale, lift the knees, right? So arm bones stay lifted. Take the feet a little bit wider. Chest towards the thighs. Hips up to the sky. And then maybe straighten the right leg. Keep the left leg bent. Working that right heel towards the earth. Getting a calf stretch in that right side. And then switch. Bend the right leg and then work the left leg straight. Left heel to the earth. Drawing the belly in. Ears in line with the biceps. And then let's add some breath. So inhale, switch. Left leg bent, right leg straight. Inhale, switch. Exhale, release. Yeah, and then go as fast as you want to go, just pedaling it out. And then on your next breath, find stillness in your down dog. Rooting through the thumbs and index fingers. Arm bones stay lifted. Good, drop the knees. Feet together, knees apart, child's pose. Inhale, shift forward, come into modified plank. You can always lift the knees if you want to go further. And then add a push-up, lower down. Inhale, rise up, 4 more. I know, we can't just do it one time. Lower down. As you're doing your push-up, be mindful, shoulders back, head back. On your 5th one, wherever you are, we'll find our belly to the mat. I have 1 more. Click the tops of the toes down. Inhale, forward, up and back, cobra pose. Squeeze the backside. Tone the belly. Gorgeous. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's get off the hands. So we'll bring the right leg between the hands. Spin, bring the back knee down. You can always pad the knee here. So make sure that that right knee is in line with the right ankle. Toes nice and straight. Tack your right hip back, left hip forward. Take hands to front thighs. Gorgeous. Tone the belly. And then take the arms forward. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, then root the shoulders back. Yeah, really good. Keep the belly toned rather than right now I'm flaring the back, so I'm gonna tuck my pelvis a little bit and work almost the pelvis back. Yeah. Inhale the arms up overhead. Keep drawing the ribs in. Maybe stay here, okay? Maybe right hand grabs left wrist. Take a side stretch. So get length in that left side as you take a side stretch over towards the right side. You can always take your right hand to your hip if that's better. Maybe even gaze up to the sky. Good. Inhale, release. Step back, plank pose. Now you can be in full plank or modified. So knees can stay lifted. Work the shoulders back, tuck the pelvis, squeeze the backside. Can we be here for 15 seconds? Of course. Calm the mind. Keep breathing. Inhale. That's 10. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. So strong. Bring the left leg through between the hands. Bring the back knee down. Gorgeous. So again, just making sure that that left leg is forward enough so the knee is in line with the ankle when you bend. And then tack that left hip back, right hip forward, and then climb up to the front thigh. Then re-engage. So think ribs in, belly button to spine, arms forward. Shoulders up towards the ears, root the shoulders back. That creates space as you take the arms up overhead. Beautiful. If you find that your elbows are rounding, just take the arms a little bit wider. Maybe left hand grabs right wrist. Get length in the right side body as you take a side stretch over towards the left. Root through that big left toe mound. Careful not to tip over. I've done that before. Gorgeous. Inhale, root to rise. Good. Lift the back knee and just step the right foot to meet the left. Little bend in the knees. Take the feet hip widths apart. Toes nice and straight. I'll move back a little bit. Good. Take hands to hips. Shoulders up and back. Keep that curve in the lumbar spine. Tone the belly. And then start to straighten the legs. Lead with the heart to bow forward. Maybe hands on blocks. Maybe some of you have new blocks that you got for Christmas, like Veronica. To raise the floor. Hug the feet in towards each other. Keep the legs active. And then think, just for play, be careful with this, but come towards the toes. Keep the heels grounded, but you might want to come a little more forward. That creates a little more space. Inhale, half lift, take hands to hips, and then root to rise. Good. As you exhale, take that right arm back, left arm forward, like we did seated. Inhale, root to center. Exhale, switch. Keep flowing. Inhale. Exhale, twist. One more time. Exhale, extend. Good. Exhale the hands to hips. Bow the chest forward. Really bow forward here. Work the shoulders up and back. Now, tone the belly, tuck the pelvis. Hug the legs in a little bit. Now, I like to keep my legs hip widths apart. You can take the feet together if you want to go further. My ankles don't do that. From here, take the arms forward. Root the hips back. Almost like someone's pulling on the arms. Really bow forward, hug the legs, and then keep the legs where they are and just lift the chest and the torso. Again, tuck the pelvis, tone the belly, shoulder blades up and back. If this is a lot on the arms, cactus the arms. Very nice, beautiful. I know, keep breathing. We're still in chair, right? Inhale. Exhale. Option to stay here, maybe come up on the tippy toes, heels lift. Maybe you go a little lower, hug the legs in. Hello legs. Stay here. Start to straighten the legs with the heels lifted. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, half lift. Good. Step back. Downward facing dog. Option to stay in down dog or flow forward through chaturanga. Lowering down, shoulder blades up and back, tone the belly. Inhale, forward, up and back, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. Good, 5 deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale it out. You can come back to pedaling one knee or the other if that feels good. Keep the arm bones lifting, toning the belly. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Tack your right hip down. Drive that left heel into the ground. Lift from the inner thigh. Beautiful. Draw knee to nose. Press the earth away. Exhale that leg into the air. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale, knee to nose. Really round the back. Flex that right foot. Swing it through between the hands. Beautiful. Bring that back knee down again. Inhale, hands to front thighs. Tack that right hip back, left hip forward. Now you can stay here, okay? Or maybe take hands to your front thighs, scissor the legs, so I'm hugging my right foot back, left knee forward. Maybe press into the earth, lift the back knee up. So strong. Maybe hands to hips. Maybe in cactus. Maybe arms extend. Warrior one with the back heel lifted. One more breath. Inhale here. Good. Lean, bow forward. You can always step that left foot in. Press into the right foot. Bring left foot to meet the right. Utkatasana, chair pose. Oh my goodness. Hug the legs in towards each other again. Tone the belly. You could always cactus the arms. One more breath. If you want to, heels can lift. Drop a little deeper. Keep that torso lifting. Press into the earth. Keep the heels lifted, straighten the legs. Exhale, Uttanasana. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, you can bend the knees, step back, plank pose. Just meet in downward facing dog or take a vinyasa and flow forward. Lowering down, shoulder blades up and back. Inhale. Beautiful. Are we creating some heat? Are we getting warm? Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Toning the belly. Arm bones stay rooted. They're lifting. Hips up to the sky. Inhale, lift that left leg up. Tack that left hip down. Drive through that right heel. Getting a calf stretch there. Inhale, draw knee to nose, round the back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, knee to nose. Exhale, extend. One more time. Inhale, knee to nose. Flex that left foot, swing it through between the hands, bring the back knee down. Tack that left hip back, right hip forward. Come to your breath. Option to stay here, right? So I'm scissoring the legs, I'm taking that left hip back, right hip forward. Press into the earth, maybe back knee lifts. Maybe hands to hips. Good. Cactus the arms, shoulder blades up and back, toning the belly. Maybe inhale, extend the arms. If the elbows are rounding, take them wider. Gazing forward, calming the mind. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale, I know. Good. Exhale, you can keep the arms lifted or take hands to hips. Lean the torso over that front leg. Press into the earth. Step right foot to meet the left. Utkatasana, chair pose. One more time, I know. Hug the legs in. Tone the belly. Option to stay here. Maybe heels lift. Going a little bit lower. Hug the legs in. Inhale, straighten the legs. Keep the heels lifted if you can. Exhale, Uttanasana. Woo! Inhale, half lift. Take hands to hips, shoulders up and back, root to rise. Good work, everybody, beautiful. All right. Raise your hand if you're sweating, I am. Take a wide stance. Turn the toes slightly in, heels slightly out, okay? And then think shoulders in line with the hips, wrists in line with the ankles. Good, hug everything into the midline, inhale, beautiful. And then option here, start to fold forward, lead with the heart. Come halfway, draw the belly in. Beautiful. Hands can be on hips, work those shoulders back. Nice, Ed, beautiful. Now, option to take hands to the floor or block or to a chair even, or even like a, if you have like a chest by the bed, that might be an option. Good, extend through the crown of the head, hug the feet in towards each other. Good. You can even bend the knees a little bit if that helps. Inhale, root to rise. Turn the right toes to face the front of the mat. So you're in a pretty long stance here. Hug the legs in towards each other. Make sure the right toes are pointing straight. Exhale, bend into that front leg. Take your forearm to front thigh. Parsvakonasana, side angle. Tuck your right hip under, left hip back. Drive through the ground with that left heel. Work that right shoulder, plug that shoulder back. Beautiful. Take the left arm in front. Draw the shoulder up toward the ear. Plug that shoulder back as you extend bicep over cheek. Get nice and long. Good. From here, inhale, find warrior two. Legs stay where they are. Track that right knee in line with the third toe. Shoulders in line with the hips. Supinate the front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Let's flow here. As you exhale, take that right arm and reach towards the left arm overhead. Woo! Inhale through warrior two. Exhale, reverse your warrior. We've got one more in us. Here we go. Flowing forward. Reach that right arm towards the left. Extend, rise up, warrior two. Reverse that warrior. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Oh my goodness, how's that front thigh feeling? Exhale, bow into triangle pose, Trikonasana. So get length in the spine, length from the pelvis as you exhale. So think right ribs tuck under, left ribs back. Right hand can come to your shin, or maybe a block on the inside, or maybe the floor on the outside if you want to go longer. Work that left shoulder up and back. I'm driving through that left heel into the earth, top arm to sky. Beautiful, Judith. One more breath here. Inhale. Spin the right toes in. Hands to hips. Good. Heel toe the feet together just for a moment. So I want to give an option here. We'll take a breather. When we come to the other side, in triangle, something to think about. I'm just noticing as I'm seeing some people on their cameras, the front knee is kind of bent, and I'm seeing kind of almost like this, just so I can reach the floor. What I would suggest is focus on keeping this leg straight. And if you're just here, working that left shoulder back, this might be your triangle. It's more in the legs as opposed to, oh, I have to get to the floor. Because when I'm reaching the floor, see how my left shoulder's coming in? I'm not really getting much of a stretch. So think legs straight. I'm working that right rib cage under, left rib cage back. And again, I might just be working this action. This might be my triangle, right? but think legs straight on that front leg. Does that make sense? Turn the toe, thumbs up if yes. Left toes out. Good, we'll bend into that left leg. Make sure that you're long enough in your stance in Parsvakonasana. Take forearm to front thigh. Working that left knee in line with the third toe. Tuck that left hip under, right hip back. Beautiful. Hey, Carrie, can you go a little bit longer? Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. All right, take that right arm forward. Draw the shoulder up towards the ear. Plug the shoulder back as you extend that bicep over cheek, reaching that right hand forward. Beautiful. Hug the feet in. Inhale. Rise up, warrior two. Legs stay where they are. Track that left knee in line with the third toe. Tuck the pelvis. Shoulders in line with hips. Inhale, supinate the front palm. Exhale, reverse that warrior. Keep bending that left leg. As you inhale, reach left arm towards right leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, reach. One more time. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, reach. I know, I'm feeling it. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Whew, that should feel good. Okay, now get length out of the spine, out of the pelvis. Remember, left leg stays nice and straight. Exhale, triangle pose. Good. Beautiful. Work that right shoulder up and back. Maybe top arm to sky. There it is, Judith. Beautiful. Hug the feet in towards each other. One more breath. Inhale, root to rise. Spin the left toes in. And then turn the right toes towards the front of the mat, and then we'll come into plank pose or downward facing dog. So now you're facing the front of your mat. We did a little spin there. Option to stay here or take a vinyasa. Inhale, shifting forward. Maybe taking a cobra, back bend. Whew. Gorgeous. Lowering down to the chest. We'll come into Sphinx pose here. So forearms, elbow creases slightly forward at the shoulders. Clip the tops of the toes down. Squeeze the backside so that the knees lift. Take a look at the belly button. Keep drawing the belly in. Hug the elbows back towards the waist. Work the shoulders up and back. Bringing the chest between the biceps. Gaze is forward. Keep squeezing the backside. Good, gently release that. Take the thumbs to the base of the chest, inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Swing it through between the hands, come into pigeon pose on the right side. So walking that right foot over towards the left. You can bring that back knee down if you need to. Work the right hip back, left hip forward. Careful that you're not just kind of leaning into that right hip. So kind of squaring the hips. So I'm working that right hip back, left hip forward. Beautiful. Flex your right foot to protect your knee. You can always do this on your back if you need to. You guys look great. So tuck the toes behind you. If you want to, you can keep the foot flat. Just make sure that the toes aren't turning in, doing this like sickling action. Kind of like this. It's kind of turning in. Keep drawing the ribs in. Keep this active here. Maybe climb up if you want to. Making it more into like a back bend. Pigeon is really a back bend. That's why they call it pigeon prep. There's so many places you can go here. Draw the belly in. If not, you can extend out of the hip and bow forward. But keep hugging that right hip back, left hip forward. Squeezing that left glute. Now careful here, listen carefully, option here. So press into the earth, coming into three-limb dog. So tuck your left toes. You may have to do this in several steps. Extend that right leg up towards the sky. Maybe opening up at the hip. Root into that left shoulder, that left arm bone. Eye of the elbow spins forward. Maybe flip your dog. So take that toe, the right foot to the mat. Drop the hips first, and then inhale, extend, lift the hips up, opening up. Beautiful. Come back to center through down dog, and we'll come to the opposite side. Left leg between the hands, pigeon prep on the left. Walking that left foot over towards the right side of the mat. Right knee towards the left side of the mat. And then scissor the legs, so squaring the hips. So I'm drawing that left hip back, right hip forward. Belly toned. Toning the belly, right? Squeeze that right glute. Inhale, maybe start to bow forward. Getting length. That right foot, top of the right foot can be flat. Just make sure the toes are nice and straight. I'm pressing through that right foot as well to give me power as I square my hips. One more breath. Okay, we'll play with that little flip the dog here. So, option, right? You don't have to do this. So, come into downward facing dog with one leg lifted, that left leg lifted. You can just work the hip opener, right? Opening up at the hip, just careful that you're not dropping into that right shoulder. But if you want to go further, eye of the elbow of that right hand spins forward, take the left toes behind, even like look at the ground, drop the hips first, and then inhale as you lift to open up. Tone the belly, squeeze the backside, inhale, reverse, oh my goodness, drop the knees. Whew. Come to sitting. Beautiful. All right, so we're almost there, friends. We're gonna do a little more back bending. Okay, so we'll be on our knees here. Okay, Lynn, you're all lit up, you're glowing from the sun, it looks beautiful. So tuck your toes. It looks great. And then think knees hip widths apart. Hold on. Go ahead. What's that?
It's my halo.
It's your halo. Yes, exactly. It's beautiful. Take your hips back, thighs back, and then tuck the pelvis. Good. Keep that action. Get length out from the hip. Toes, so think heels up, okay? Hands to hips. Work the shoulders up and back. As you bring the pelvis forward, squeeze the shoulders back. Chin stays lifted. Tone the belly. Good. If you get any cramp or low pain in the back up the stretch, okay? So that's why I think pelvis tucked, lift up from the hips, curling back. Beautiful. Maybe going a little further. Maybe hands can find the heels. Work shoulders back, pelvis forward. Toning the belly. Good. To get out of this, take your right hand to your head. Lead with the heart as you inhale. The last part that comes up is the head. Whew. Take a breather. Beautiful. We'll give that a go one more time, okay? This time, option to go a little further. I'm seeing some bendy people here this morning. So option to repeat that, right? So you might kind of be working this action, okay? Just be mindful as you're doing this. Typically what happens is the thighs go back and I see this a lot. And then it's like right now what I feel is crunched in my back. So what I need to do is work the shoulders back and then work my hips forward. There's the back bend. I don't feel any lower back pain. I'm squeezing my glutes a heck of a lot. And then to lift, lead with the heart. If you want to repeat that, you can, or toes can be flat. Just think floors further away, okay? All right, so again, thighs stay back, tuck the pelvis, inhale, lift up, and curl back. Think thighs forward now, hips forward, re-engage. Maybe hands find heels. You don't have to go there. Working the shoulders back. Protecting the neck. Careful not to throw the neck back. One more breath here. Good. As you inhale, maybe take one hand to the back of the head. Lead with the heart. Last part that comes up is the head. Beautiful. Find your way to your back. Oh my goodness. We'll take we'll take some twists here, and then we'll end in a Shavasana. Draw the knees in towards each other. Cactus the arms, take the legs over towards the right. You can always straighten the arms, maybe gaze over that left shoulder. Inhale the legs to center. Exhale them over towards the left, gaze to the right. Good. Inhale to center. Give yourself a little bit of a hug here. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the right foot. We'll take a thigh stretch here, figure 4. Hip stretch. Option to stay here. Maybe lift that left foot off the floor. Clasp behind the left thigh. Draw the legs in. Flex both feet to protect your knees. Work that right forearm gently into the right inner thigh. Good, release that. You can keep the cross of the legs and then take the legs over towards the left again. Taking that twist. Letting that right foot guide the left. Good, inhale to center. Cross left ankle over the right thigh. Maybe lift that right foot, clasp behind the right knee, flex both feet. Maybe lift the shoulders. release that right foot. Keep the cross of the left leg over there on top of the right thigh, and then take the legs over towards the left. Inhale to center, beautiful. Straighten the legs up to the sky. You can always separate the legs. Maybe take hands behind the thighs. Work the shoulder blades up and back. You can take the legs wide if you need to. Have a little bend in the knees. If your hamstrings are pretty open, maybe take the feet together. Working the shoulders back. Tone the belly. So this is like a forward fold, although with legs up to the sky. One more breath. Good. Exhale, release the right foot. Release the left foot to the mat. Finding Shavasana here. Maybe squeezing the shoulders. Chin stays lifted. You can always take a blanket or a pillow underneath the knees. Roll it up if that feels good to you. Or take a blanket underneath the head. That's sometimes really nice. So I have a blanket here. I'm going to bring that to the backs of my thighs, backs of my knees. Rest that out. And allow your body to settle here. Allowing the earth to hold you. Practice the power of respect. It is a quiet power, one that caught me by surprise on my journey. I had heard about it before, but somehow, in the shuffle of life, I had forgotten it. Respect. Respect is a spiritual power, a power of the heart, one that's closely connected to gratitude, yet somehow different. It is an attitude toward people, toward life, toward ourselves, that only takes a moment to convey, yet somehow has far-reaching effects. It does more than free people to be themselves. It encourages them to be their best. It honors people, life, and the mysterious connection we each have to the divine. Have a series of life experiences caused you to forget respect? In your anger, did you decide that certain persons or groups of people were undeserving of respect? Has familiarity with yourself or another caused you to forget to practice respect? Let go of the past. It's over. But your power to transform the future has just begun. Respect and honor yourself. Respect the needs of your body, the needs of your heart, and the dictates of your soul. Respect the lives of others. Respect the gift of life. Bow in spirit to all you meet. Bow to the gifts of the universe, the sun, moon, earth, sea, and stars. Honor all that lives, the trees, the wildflowers, the eagles soaring high, the deer in the woods, the squirrel scurrying up the tree, the June bug that lights on your shoulder. Each has its place in this world, and so do you. Discover the power of respect, then practice it often, and watch it change your world. Let that settle in with you. perhaps this word respect brings a new meaning, especially during this holiday season. And I love how the author calls it a practice. I invite you to stay here longer if you need it. Otherwise, start to wiggle the fingers and toes. Coming back into your breath. Making movements that feel good to you. Maybe drawing the knees in towards the chest one at a time. Giving yourself a hug, thanking yourself for this time on your mat. For showing respect to yourself and to your body. And then when you're ready, make your way to a seated position as we start in class. A comfortable lift with hands folded in front of an unfolded, lifted, open heart. Feeling that energy that you cultivated throughout class, feeling that lift in the heart. Bow to that beautiful light that lives in you and to each other. And may your light guide you in all that you do. Namaste. Thank you.